very excited for today's training. Today is a very important topic where we're going to be going through and sharing a little bit of the doTERRA virtual office for you guys, help you understand all of the different tools that you have inside of your doTERRA website to be able to maximize your business results. And also just have clarity, right? So you can have a business that's growing, but if you're not able to really track what's happening, then you don't have control, right? But if you have control and you understand how to see all the moving pieces, then you're going to be able to grow in a much more effective way. So with that, Becky, Suzanne, we've got amazing leaders on here with us. Becky and Larry, our gold leaders. Suzanne, diamond leader. Anything you guys want to say to welcome people before I dive into the dashboard?
I'll just say hello to everybody and then again when I do my part. So yeah, take it away. But Becky too. You want to say anything?
Yeah, Matt, I just am so thankful for you being on. You're just incredible, and everybody. We couldn't have done this without Matt and Suzanne, of course, too. But thank you so much for being a part of our Wednesday. We're winning on Wednesdays calls. So thanks everybody for joining. Yeah.
I love it. Okay, I'm going to dive right in, guys. I'm going to share my screen here, and we're going to go through different sections. I'm going to take a section, and then Suzanne and Becky are each going to take a section, I think, of the virtual office here. So when you first log in to your website, I'm going to be covering the dashboard. And this is an account of a leader of ours in the Philippines. So the numbers will look a little bit different on commissions, but we wanted to, maintain privacy of those who are here on the call. And so, but all of the tools that you'll see here are the same. So I'm going to start in this top left-hand corner, and I'm just going to work my way through the dashboard and talk about each tool. So up here in the top left-hand corner, you'll see your next LRP orders. These are your personal orders that you're placing each month to qualify for commissions and free product. So you can see that this individual has he actually has two reoccurring orders set up right now. Right below that, you're going to see my loyalty rewards orders. And here you can see your points and what percentage you're currently getting back in free product. So you know that everyone who joins doTERRA, they're going to start at the 10% unless they buy a really big kit and they're able to accelerate that. But everyone pretty much in India right now starts at 10% coming back in free loyalty rewards points. And so here you can track where you're at, and every 3 months that you order your 100 PV, it will go up from 10 to 15, and then 3 months later to 20, 25, and all the way up to 30. So you can see this person's at 30%. He must have used his points recently. So you can see he has 0.85 points. And in the shopping cart, you can use these points. So when you add products into your shopping cart, I'm not sure if someone's covering that here today on this call, but you'll be able to add points. And so this is where you just track where you're at with those. Then right below, you'll see my volume. So here you see the volume, your personal volume of your personal orders for the last 3 months. So this is March, April, and May for this individual. And you can see the total volume, the overall volume of their team. So you can see this person steadily doing about 5,000 in volume each month. Okay. Now commissions, here you can just see in my earnings, you can see a quick overview of your commissions. My mom is going to go deeper with you guys into the commission summary, so you can she'll talk about how to break this down. But first, you'll see the AR balance here at the top. This is money that doTERRA basically owes you. But anytime if there's an amount that's really small, let's say you have a weekly commission that's a really small amount, then doTERRA will let that accrue until it reaches an amount that they're able to pay out. So you can see for most people, most of you, it's going to be zero. But you might sometimes see a little bit of money here, and then it will get paid out in your next weekly sharing bonus commission. So here you can see the last 6 weeks of the sharing bonus or what we call in the US the fast start bonus. And so you can just see kind of an average of how you're doing with this bonus. And then same with the monthly bonus. You'll see that here. This is the primary bonus. And my mom's going to go more over the commissions. Okay, then here in the middle, this is a tool that we use quite a bit. These next couple tools that I'm going to share with you. So here you can see your qualification. So this individual, you can see that currently this month, they're ranking elite, okay? They have their 100 PV order that's required for commissions. So that's why this is green here. And then it'll show the total volume. Now, what you can also do is you can come in here and click any of these ranks. So you could think and say, okay, what do I need to achieve Premier? Well, Premier is 5,000 in volume. So he has 5,000 in volume and 2 executives. So you can see he has one of the 2 executives for hitting Premier this month. And there's 2 ways you can actually click either on this bar right here on this. Let's see, does that click on this version? Maybe not. There we go. So if you click here, oops, yep, there we go. So I clicked on that bar and it pulled up the overall volume of each person that's on his front line. So you can see that this individual is doing 2,000 and is qualifying as that executive right there. Okay. And then, to get to Premier, all he would need to do is get one of these other teams to 2,000. Then if you come here and click on these individuals, it will show who are the executives that are actively qualifying him. So it's Christine here, that's that executive. And you can do the same for each rank. So you can go to silver. He doesn't have any of the 3 elites required for silver, but as you grow, you can come and look in here and see how you're progressing that month towards hitting these ranks. You can also come here and change the month. So you can look over the last 3 months. So we could click on last month and see that he also hit elite last month and probably in March as well, elite in March as well. Okay, so that's this qualification window. Then we have power of 3. This is a very important tool that you guys will use to track your power of 3 commissions. Now, you remember from our compensation plan overviews that the power of 3 is the bonus that can pay you the most amount of money with the fewest number of people and the smallest volume. So if you're strategic, if you really work this bonus effectively, you can earn great commissions from this. So if we come in here there's 2 ways to kind of see your power of 3. You can go to full detail or filter detail. In the beginning, while your team is still beginning, you're going to want to use the full detail. So if I click here on full detail, it will pull up his full power of 3. And this will show every single person that's currently enrolled on this individual's first 3 levels, okay? Anyone who is purple they have a qualified LRP. That means they have an LRP or a monthly order of 100 PV, okay? Blue means that they would have like a template set up. You guys are getting templates soon. They're in India. But this means they have an order that's scheduled, but it hasn't yet been purchased, okay? Blank, this right here means that they're not qualified. They don't have an LRP currently. Every once in a while, you'll see a suspended account if someone canceled their account or if they were suspended for any reason. And this right here is very important. The O, the doTERRA O on the chest of this individual or of these little images means that they have the 600 team volume requirement for their power of 3. So you'll see that this individual, for example, for him to earn his first level power of 3, he has 2 people that have a qualified order, okay? And he has his qualified order. So all he needs to earn this month, his first level power of 3, is to have one more of these people on the front line to place an order, and they probably will. So that's kind of how you look at it. Now, if you click on, or if you hover over the individual here, you can see their name, their ID number, their personal volume that's scheduled and also the personal volume that they did that month for their order, the date of their next purchase, and the volume for their next purchase. Now, I like to actually click on the person. So when you click here, because there's two things that he needs to do still to earn his first level power of 3. He needs one more person to purchase, and he also needs that O on his chest. He needs to have 600 in team volume. So if you click on any of the people here, you can see this little window will pop up. And this is where you can see what his team volume currently is. So you can see right here that he has 505 team volume. So if one more person orders 100 PV, then that will get him up to the 600 requirement for that first level power of 3. Okay, so that's how you can see how close you are to that team volume requirement. And this is a great way for you, like today is the last day of the month. One of the things that I spend a lot of my time doing the last day of the month is to strategically look at my team and help my leaders understand how they can earn commissions, right? So as an example, I could see, okay, here's someone on my team. I can actually click on their image here. I'll see May, it'll pop up with her profile. And I already saw that I saw here, she has 2 people that have placed a qualified LRP. She just needs one more. And then if I click on her, I can see how much team volume she needs to accomplish. So she still needs about 300 in team volume to earn her first power of 3. So then I could call her and I could say, hey, May, guess what? You're actually really close to earning your first level power of 3. Do you have anyone who's planning on placing an order today to qualify for their commissions for this month? And maybe we even contact that person and we offer some kind of an incentive, maybe a free oil or access to a training that our upline is doing or something to encourage them to place an order. And really you helping people understand where there's small gaps that they can fill to earn big commissions can make a really big difference in their bonus. So I could come here and talk to Reggie about, hey, look, you're really close to your first level, but actually you're not far from your second level power of 3. Let's see if we can get one more person ordering here, 3 people ordering here, and then 3 people ordering here. The people are already there. We just need to encourage those people to place their orders, and he would earn that second level power of 3. Okay, so this is a tool, again, that you'll use quite a bit as you're building your business. All right, coming back here to the dashboard. That's our power of 3 tool there. And then here we have a few reports that you'll use quite a bit. You have your top enrollers for the month. This is valuable because when you can see who the top performers are in your team, you can recognize them, right? Recognition, if you want to see more of certain activities in your business, then just recognize those who are doing those activities. So if you want to see more people enrolling on your team, then recognize the top enrollers in your organization, right? So we can see here, Christine is the top enroller of this team for the month. She's had 5 enrollments. And you'll always see your own name on the top line here and how many enrollments you've personally had. So this individual, or Reggie, we're in his virtual office. He's had 1 enrollment this month, and then you can see the others on his team. Now, you can also see the full list. You can click here, or you can click this report button here at the top to see the full list of everyone who has enrolled someone in the month. This graphical map will show a map of the world, and it will show where the enrollers are located. So this team specifically is in the Philippines. So you'll see that the 9 top enrollers are there in the Philippines. And as your team grows and expands around the world, it's kind of fun to see the map. Now, if we click here on the full report, then you'll see the full list of everyone on your team that had at least 1 enrollment this month. Again, this is great for you to do recognition, but it's also, you can also get their contact info. There's the email there. If you click on the name of the person, let's say that Christine in my organization had 5 enrollments, and let's say I haven't talked or I haven't spoken to her yet, I could come and click on her name, click here on Wellness Advocate Information, and it will pull up a new tab where I can go. See if this is gonna, here we go, where I can come here and I can see all of Christine's information. I can grab her WhatsApp number and write her on WhatsApp. I can see how her business has grown over the last few months, who the enroller is, and you can see a lot of individual information there. So this top enroller report is fantastic. You also have the same thing for new rank advancements. So here, new rank advancements, you can see this team has had a new manager this month. Socorro reached the rank of manager, and the same thing, you can go into the full report. If you have a lot of people that are rank advancing, you'll want to come into the full report, and then you can see who it is that you should be recognizing for achieving new ranks that month. Okay. One thing is you can also, when you're in the full report, you can actually look back over past months. So you can see this month, but I can also say, like, let's say tomorrow, it's going to show here the top rank advancements for next month, which might be 0, but you want to see who rank advanced this month, last month, for you to recognize. You can come in here and change the month, and it will pull up a list of any rank advancements or enrollments that happened in those last months. Okay. Then we have our member breakdown. This one is for your personal enrollments, and then you can also toggle it here to see new members for your entire team. And this will show all of the people who have signed up most recently in your organization. It will show their names if they have an LRP set up. So if they have that any LRP set up, then it will either show an X, that means they have no LRP. This little triangle means they have a 50 PV LRP, and a green check mark would mean they have 100 PV LRP in this column. Then there's the product of the month. The product of the month, you'll remember you need to have a 125 PV order before the 15th. So if they have that, then they'll have a green check mark here for the product of the month. Same thing, if you have new people joining your team and you haven't connected with them because someone else on your team brought them into the business, you can click on the name. You can go to Wellness Advocate Information, and you can reach out to that person through their WhatsApp or email, any way you would like to welcome them to your team and offer them support. All right, so that's all the reports that we have here on the dashboard. There's also access to some quick reports here on the right-hand side. So you can see people that have enrolled in the last 3 months in your team, people that have 100 PV LRP, but no product of the month. So you could call those individuals and say, hey, if you just place 25 more PV, you're going to get a free order of the month, or the free product of the month. You can pull up a report of those who are not yet on LRP. So you can invite those people to get on LRP, and there's several more here. So people that haven't ordered in 3 or 4 months, so you can maybe reach out to those people individually and offer them some kind of incentive or a campaign for them to start ordering again, and some other reports. Let's see, we have events, other popular links here. Okay, Mom, did I miss anything that you want to cover here?
No, I think you covered it all. I'll go ahead and start talking. Thank you. You know, the dashboard is so important. So I'm going to go right back into this same, I do believe I have it pulled up here. Oh man. Hold on, let me just find it here. Let me make sure I have it pulled up here. Okay, here we go.
I was going to say, while she's
Sorry
doing that, is there anybody who has questions on what Matt covered, so we can kind of categorize these questions out? Doesn't look like there's any.
Okay, so here I am back on this same person's account. Now you could go to the dashboard and you can see everything that Matt showed you, and you can see kind of a little bit about your commissions there. Usually if I'm going to look at my commissions, I come right here and I go to this team tab right here at the top, and I go down to the very bottom where it says commission summary. Okay. And when I do that, it pulls up this screen. And what you're going to see right away is your primary bonus. Now, your primary bonus includes your Power of 3 bonus and your unilevel bonus. It also includes any leadership bonuses, okay, that are going to come into through your commissions here. So as you can see here, the primary bonus, these are just paid out once a month, these bonuses. So you can see it's January, February, March, and April. So May is almost over. This will show up. Commissions run the middle of June. So the middle of June, that actually May will be on here as well. But right now you can only see up to April. So again, this primary bonus includes what? Power of 3, leadership bonuses, and unilevel. Okay. So let's just say I want more details. Okay. I can see he earned 4,945 pesos. This is not rupees. This is pesos in the Philippines. So let's just say I want to know more about that. I can either click on this date right here, or I can click on that number, but I'm just going to put my mouse here on April, and I'm going to click on that, and it's going to pull up a detailed screen for me. So now I can see his details of where that unilevel, or where that primary bonus came from. So all of his commissions were in his unilevel commissions. He didn't get his Power of 3 in April. He didn't rank Premier, which is where you can start the leadership bonuses. He's very close this month. Maybe he'll make it. So he didn't get any leadership bonus. He didn't get the empowerment bonus. He just got unilevel commissions. Okay. Then if I want to know, okay, where did those come from? I can look down here and I can see exactly, he can see, wow, on Carrie Fletcher, he earned 51 pesos on, and you can go down this list and you can see who exactly he earned the most on. You can see here on Adita, he earned 283 pesos from just her one order on unilevel. She's probably down on his maybe third or fourth level. And so he's probably getting 5% on her order. So, it's kind of interesting to see all these people in your organization, just those percentages of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6%, he's getting all of his, from that. And you can see that, unilevel starts as your smallest bonus, but in time, because you earn a percentage on everything that everybody orders, it eventually becomes your largest bonus that you have. Okay. You can download this if you want to, have a spreadsheet of it and you can look it over, but this is a great chance to call people or to say, hey, thanks for placing your order last month, or just to know who is placing their orders. I'm going to show you another place to look at that as well. Okay. So let's go back once again to this. Now, if this is showing again the primary bonus, if I click on this secondary bonus, this shows the sharing bonuses. Now, these are paid out every single week. And so these are shown by week. The second week in the year was January 7th or something, right? So these go by week. So we're now into weeks 19, 20, 21 in the months of May. And you can see that, he's earned 689 through 2 weeks ago, 689 last week. I guess this would have been 3 weeks ago, and 689 last week. This means that people, either his own enrollments, he's getting that sharing bonus for, or people that he's enrolled have placed in, have enrollments, and he's getting the next level of the sharing bonus, the 10%, right? So, again, these add up, and you can go back and you can look at how much you're earning in your sharing bonus. So besides that primary bonus, he's earned all of these pesos throughout the weeks, but just in the last few weeks, he's earned these right here, in weeks 19, 20, and 21. So the primary bonuses and the secondary bonuses combine to give you your commissions. Now, the secondary bonuses come every week. So those are usually paid out on about Thursday of the week following the enrollment. So if somebody was enrolled or placed an order in their first 60 days, right? Because in the first 60 days, everybody is in that sharing bonus. So within that 60-day time period, whether it's an enrollment or another order, okay, these are going to be the bonuses, and these will go into your bank account if you've got direct deposit, or your account if you've got AR balance. But these will go in every single week. So you can see this is a lot. Every week he's had these going into his bank account in addition to the primary bonus. So sharing bonuses are big, you know, and they go on forever. Some of these sharing bonuses might have been from people that he enrolled a year ago, and now they have an enrollment. And so he's still getting that sharing bonus on the people that they enrolled. So again, type in the chat if you have any questions, but whenever you want to look at the commission summary, just come here and know that you can look at the primary bonus, which includes those other bonuses that we talked about, unilevel, power of 3, and leadership bonuses, or the secondary bonus. You can say, hey, I had an enrollment last week, and you can look right here and you can see the commission that you received on that enrollment, because these come in every week following the enrollment or the order in the first 60 days. Okay. If anybody has any questions about this, Matt, Becky, do you have anything to add on this? Here's a little chart right here. It's just kind of a graph that shows, wow, this was a really high month, you know, of the total commission summary, you know, weeks actually, because we're in the secondary bonus right now. In the primary bonus, it'll have a different chart. You can see, wow, here in the month of February was his highest commissions, and then he came back down and he's earned about the same. Here in January and in March and in April, he's earned about the same amount of commissions. February was higher. So it's kind of nice to track and see where you were stronger. What did we do during that month that made those commissions higher? What could we do differently next month to get those back up? Okay. Anything else to add, Matt and Becky? No?
I think that's pretty great. Yeah, pretty great summary.
Okay, now I'm going to show you something that I love to work out of. If I go again back to this team tab at the top, and actually it was Matt that taught me this early on, okay? So I go to the detailed genealogy here, and I love to work from this because I can see whatever information I want, and I can set my boundaries and set everything. Let's see, hopefully it will, yeah, it's just loading here. Everything, I do want to say too, everything's a little slower, you guys, on the last couple days of the month. Somebody yesterday had an enrollment and it didn't show up right away. And they said, hey, I can't see this on my back office. And I said, go to sleep. It'll be there in the morning. And it was, right? It was there in the morning. But sometimes, I mean, I know we want to see it right away, but when 13 million people are on here and placing orders, especially at the end of the month, trying to get their volume in and everything, it's slower. So be patient and just know that if you put something in or if a change has been made, it might take a few hours to show up. So here in the detailed genealogy, now most of you, if you've never been here or if you haven't set up these columns, then you're going to see everybody in your organization, and you're going to see all of their information, where they live, their address, their cell phone number, when they enrolled, who their enroller is, and their ID and name, and who their sponsor is with the ID. It's just so much information. So I like to set my detailed genealogy. Now, you don't have to do this at first, because at first you might only have 5 or 10 people in your organization. But as your organization grows, I mean, now this person here, he has hundreds and hundreds of people in his organization. So for him to pull up the whole thing and look at it all at once, it's confusing. So we are just looking at just his first level. Okay. These people are only on his first level. The way you set this up is you come up here to the columns. Okay. And you click on columns, and then it gives you the option to choose what you want to see. Now, it used to be that we used to only be able to see 3 months back. Now you can see 6 months back. But because I don't click on those and look at those, I can if I want to, or if I need to, I can come in here and click on these and I can see all 3 months. But it takes, I want to be able to see everything on my screen. So I just pick and choose. I choose the last 3 months to see. I want to see the enroller ID. That's all I need to, you know, who that is, the day they were enrolled, their last order date, their next order date. And again, some of this you don't have in India yet. They're going to be changing the back office a little bit and what you can see. But because right now you don't have a scheduled template, you don't necessarily see when their next LRP is scheduled. You can see their current rank. You can see their highest rank. I like to see current rank because then it tracks where they are through the month. And if somebody, I already know what my top leaders have ranked. I know if they've been a gold or a silver, and I can just say, hey, they're only at elite this month. You know, what are they going to do to get up to their rank? Okay. And then member type tells you whether they're a wholesale customer or whether they're a wellness advocate. Again, that's not really important to me, so I don't put that on the screen. Their name and member ID is definitely important. You can click these, unclick these. Sometimes I just want to look at just the enrollment dates of everybody and who enrolled them. So I'll come in here and I might click enroller name, and then I'll update the report. You know, whatever you decide you want to see. I don't need to see their address, email, city, state. Then it makes my screen so big that I can't look at it all. So these are the things that I choose. You can do it however you want. And then when you go to this organization tab, you can choose to look at as many levels as you want, right? I can look at 25 levels. If I want to see somebody's entire organization, sometimes I do, then I'm going to put this all the way up to like 25 or 30, you know, just to make sure I've covered everybody. And then I'll update it and I'll see everybody that's in their organization. And then maybe I'll click enrollment date and I can see everybody in their organization. Here, I'll just show you this. Okay, so let's just click update report here. And now I'm going to see everybody in his organization. Okay, there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, so many people that it can't all fit. Down here at the bottom, it'll get down here at the bottom and it would load more. Like it's, you know, I can click to show more people. Okay, so maybe I want to see the enrollment date of everybody who is enrolled this month. So then guess what? I can just put my mouse right there and I can click enrollment date. And this starts clear back. He was enrolled this person was enrolled in 2016. I don't want to know that. I want to know who was enrolled this month. So I'm going to click it a second time and it's going to revert it to see who all these people have been enrolled in May. Look, he's got, you know, probably about 25 people on his team that were enrolled in May, and look at their orders over here in May. I can see, well, this person enrolled with 130 PV, 130 PV, down here, 250 PV, 130 PV. And I can look at all of the enrollments this month and how much they enrolled with. I can also look at who their enroller ID was, what their ID is. Now, if I had put in enroller name, clicked on that box, then it would show me their name because I don't have everybody's ID numbers memorized. But this is so great for you to be able to look at your top enrollers. This is how I find the top enrollers every month, right? And who the new enrollees are, to welcome them to the team so we make sure we don't forget anybody. That's a lot of enrollments on his team in the month. So it's nice to be able to look at this. Okay, but for me, let's go back here. I'm going to change this again. I'm going to go back to just seeing one level, because this is how I work to figure out my power of three, my, you know, who's qualifying me for ranks. I go back to this and I can see that he's an elite. We can see here that, you know, he's got the volume. He's got the 5,000 volume to be a premier. He's got 2,500 in this leg, and he's got 1,882 in this leg. He's only lacking 118 PV to be a premier. I can see that from this. And so guess what? I just sent him a message and I said, hey, Reggie, or I sent it to him actually this morning. Hey, Reggie, you're only lacking 182 or 118 to be premier. Do you have an enrollment? Do you have anybody that's on the fence that you could give them an incentive to enroll? Because you being premier, you have an enrollment. That means your bonuses are going to be 200 or 300 or 400 higher. You're going to get that empowerment bonus, you know, because you had an enrollment as a premier. It's going to give you about $500, whatever that is in pesos, more for you to rank premier. So he's got, you know, he's got all day today to make that happen. But you can see this just from looking at the first level. And so I love to look at this. I can see, wow, this other leg has 860 PV. That helped him get the 5,000 volume. But he's so close to ranking premier that I want to help him get there, you know, by reminding him, talking about him, strategizing with him. What can we do? You're so close, you don't want to miss it. Okay. So anyway, this just, again, it tells you the current rank of these people. And the other thing about this that's really important is, let's look at this leg right here. Okay, this is Dilo here. I can come to his name. He hasn't placed his order yet. I can look right here and I can click on his name. Okay, this arrow right here. And this is going to pull up Dilo's frontline level and his team. Okay, that's going to put me right in there to see his team right here. And I can see that his biggest leader right here is Erling. She's amazing. I know her personally. She's got 1,644 of that 1,882 volume. And Reggie is her enroller. So he's her enroller as well. So he can work with her to get that extra volume that he needs. You know, but he can look at this leg and talk to them about what they need to do to rank, right? Let's look at this one right here. Let's go to this person. His biggest leg is Christine. Christine right here. You can see that her volume is 2542. So, you know, again, I can just go to this arrow by Christine's name. I can click on Christine. And again, then I can just look at her team. And I'm not looking at the whole entire organization of hundreds of people, right? So I can see Christine's top leader, you know, is right here. She's got a lot of, this is really her big leg, and underneath this Grace person is where all of her volume is and where all of her leaders are. So we're working on that to try to restructure that for her a little bit. Anyway, I just really love the dashboard. So Matt, is there anything that you want to add? How do you like to look at it? What do you like to do here? Becky, what works for you? Is there anything I'm missing to show on the dashboard?
I mean, the more people play with it, the more they'll see, you know, how great the filters are. So you can filter through and see just all of those who are ranking elite this month, or there's just so many things that you can do. I think you covered it really well, the basics, and then people, as they explore, you're going to learn and get more and more ideas. This is the easiest way, especially when you have a really big team. It's the easiest way to kind of track and see what's happening in your organization. So
I like to
Okay.
I like to look at the genealogy or the list that you were showing, Suzanne, just a minute ago, where the PV points are. And when you're looking at that, some people are still placing standard orders and not LRP orders. And you can tell on the columns which one is an LRP order and which one's a standard order. Maybe if you can point that out for people.
Oh, yeah. Let me go back to that. Okay, here. I just
think
barely messed up the order a little bit. So let me go back to just going to one level here. And update report. I don't want to mess up his back office the way that he's got it set. So yeah, that's a really great point. I missed that. Sorry about that. Okay. So yeah, let me move everybody over here. So you can see, oh man, I think I messed up all of his columns here. Oh yeah. So I'll just show you really quick. So we're going to unclick that. We're going to unclick that. City, state, email, address. We don't need to see all this, right? So you just unclick them. This is the way he had it set up. Let's see, he didn't have highest rank, didn't have levels or member type or a watch list. Okay, so now let's update this report again. Put it back the way it was. I kind of messed that up a little bit. Okay, this is a super good point that Becky pointed out. I kind of missed this. You can see right here, this is their May orders. So you can see that Reggie here, he's got 5,600 overall volume. This is his personal order or orders, could be more than one combined, was 150 total PV. And then this shows that it was an LRP order, right? So in order to earn commissions, they have to be LRP orders. For people to rank you that you've enrolled, they have to be LRP orders. You can see this person, let's see if we can find one.
right next door, go to
There, pardon? Oh yeah, April.
the website must have not
Okay.
because it just doesn't.
Yeah. Okay, here. Okay, this is great. Yeah, here in April. Well, he did place a 150 PV LRP in April, so I'm not quite sure why that's not showing up that way. But But yeah, you can see here, it doesn't show here that it was an LRP order. I wonder if something that I did mess that up, but you know, you can see that these were not LRP orders here. It's really, really important that it shows up in the LRP list. Yeah, maybe it doesn't show it from previous months or something like that, because you can see that they are there this month. But
Like that on the United States side too. I think it's just a glitch in the website or something, because it's showing like that in the United States, that the LRP column PV isn't there. Just must be a update thing.
right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, maybe if I look on this person's, I'll be able to see one. Let me go to.
Well, and in India, every single order is classified as an LRP order, right? Pretty much.
No,
Yeah, except the enrollment doesn't count as an LRP.
True, true.
they have
But
to click on that purple button.
yeah, if they've toggled that option, then it should show up for them.
Let me see if I can find one here on this team that maybe, no, she's gonna have them all. You know, really, everybody places them as LRP orders, but it has to show up here. If this doesn't show up in India under the LRP, that 105 didn't show up here, then you know that they have not opted into the LRP program, and you want to go back to them and you want to say, hey, Rajesh, you haven't opted into this LRP program, so you're not earning any points on your orders and you can't earn commissions. So this is a way for you to see that if it shows up in this LRP column, you know that they've opted in. So yeah, that's really, really, really a good point. Okay, I can stop sharing my screen now if there aren't any other questions on this one. And Becky, we'll turn it over to you.
Okay, so awesome, you guys coming together here. And I'm going to show you an India website because the things that I'm working on are India specific websites. And one of the things that you will notice, I believe this is my India person, yeah. One of the things that you will notice is that the website updates, and then pretty soon you can't find some of the things. Like, you know, sometimes they move the sponsor changes in different places and things, and so it's just be understanding the specific things that you're looking for, and they're going to be there. They sometimes just move them around. And in the India website, we have everything over here on the Wellness Advocate Services. We're going to talk a little bit about some things here. Now, I wanted to point out one thing, and she gave me the okay to show everybody this, that on her dashboard, she actually has not filled out the direct deposit form yet. And so she is seeing an AR balance here where she can actually use that money to purchase things on the doTERRA site. It's really important, if you have not filled out that direct deposit form, to go ahead and do that so it goes directly to your bank account. Then you can use it to pay your car bill or your gas or as well. That's why we're doing this, is so that you can earn more income, right? And so she's at 20% and she has 130 PV to use. So one of the things that we wanted to do is to go into and show you how to use those LRP points. And this here button is what we were talking about earlier. This purple button is a little bit darker purple if it's not clicked on to be enrolled in the LRP program. And so make sure that this is a faded purple like this sample here is. And I'm just going to go ahead and just start just kind of a quick little new order. I'm just going to click on something here because I want to show you how to use those points if you haven't had that opportunity yet. So I'm going to click on view totals. Oops, excuse me, review cart. And right down here, oh goodness sakes. Right down here is you can see how many points she has, and you can click on to use points to pay for this order. And most of the time you need to pay for something. And so maybe you need to order a fractionated coconut oil, and then you can use your points to pay for anything else. So right here, if I click on that, this item will be free. So that's how you use your points. Is there any questions? And see here, down here, how it took the points down from what it was. It used 39 PV points. Now it's only one at 91.42. So that is a quick example of how to use the points on that. Now we want to go through, and I'm going to show you about the online store. So if we go back to the main page here, we're going to go to online store and you're going to click on my website. Everybody who signs up as a wellness advocate will have their own website and their own opportunity to create their own link. Now, some of you will have a website that says mydoterra.com/, and right here in this field, you can actually create your own link to share with people. Hers, for some reason, is a beta, and so it's just a little bit longer. I checked with Andrew on this, and so you just want to use this whole link to use for sharing with people who you want them to do self-enrollment or purchasing a product or something like that, right? So this is your custom link. Now she can go through and change it to just her first name or just her last name. I've had a lot of people ask me, do I put a business name there or something, like maybe you want to have a business name? And I suggest not. I think it's really important to keep it as your personal name because you become the influencer, you become the person that they know. And for me, it's really hard to remember all these essential oil names of companies. You know, it's like everybody has their business names and I just don't remember who's who. So I think it's important to keep that there. Also, if you go, you can preview the site. So right here, I saw a video and Matthew did a really good job, Matthew and Shantae. She's got her photo sideways. Maybe she did that on purpose. Um, but don't put a picture of a dog or a cat or a flower here, you guys. People know who you are, so use your personal photo, make it a professional one. And right here, you can actually put a lot of really personal information. And this is where we like to talk about your branding. And maybe you're specifically a yoga specialist, and maybe you have lots of good things about yoga that you can talk about here. And where you put that in, oops, if you go back to that site, I'm going to go back right here. You can actually go here and put my contact info. Oops, my settings. I think it's under my settings. See, they keep changing everything. Oh, right down here. So you go into your short intro, and I suggest that you actually type in your phone number and different ways that you prefer to have people contact you, and maybe your social media sites too, if you want. Then that will all show up in that little window underneath her. I can probably type something right here if you want. Hello. I am a health expert. I can't type because I'm trying to show. And if I save that text, and if I go into her website, preview my business site, see, it added that information. So I suggest you put how do people contact you. You can actually have them contact you on this as well, but you can only have your phone number or your email address. And I feel it's important to have my WhatsApp number or, other ways for people to contact me. I have different, like Suzanne and Matt, we have people from all over the world, and maybe they don't have WhatsApp, and maybe they don't have other ways to contact you. So have multiple ways to get a hold of you and so forth. Do you have anything else you want to say on that, Matt? I'm trying to think of other things you talked about on that, but I thought that was brilliant to share.
Yeah, no, I think that's fantastic. Just sharing, who you are, and I literally, I tell them what to do in the description. Like, go click the button, sign up. And I even go to the point in ours where we recommend the kit that we purchased, which was the Natural Solutions kit. So you could even guide them in that text to a specific kit. Now, most people are not going to come to this site and buy on their own. You're still going to need to walk them through it, but it's valuable, I think, especially to have your story for people to really deepen their relationship with you. So.
And I think it's kind of a good place for showing these videos, why doTERRA. They're good onboarding, like videos for people to learn more about the company. And it's the doTERRA branded website so that they know that it's a legit company and all that stuff. I think it's a little bit important that way. And then go back one here. See, my little back arrow is being fussy. So basically, I wanted to show you a few more things here. If you go here, are we on Reggie's site? Shoot. Okay. So actually, I must have got out of her site. Let me go back down to, had it open up in Safari. And like Suzanne said, everything's so slow because it's the end of the month. Okay, yeah. Anyway, I wanted to show you on her site how to, it's not going to let me get back in. Okay, good. Right down here is the member card. In India, a lot of people are asking about their identification card from the company. And this is, if you just click on that, it creates an automatic PDF file where you can actually paste your photo, print this out, paste your photo on there, and laminate it so that you have a legit ID card from doTERRA India. And this is really important. A lot of people, I think it's this text down here that's really critical. So if you're doing, if people need to know the phone number of doTERRA India and stuff, it's all right there too. So nice thing to have. And just one more quick thing I wanted to show you, if I can go back to her site. Right here. Upline listing. Some people are always wondering who their upline is, and that's kind of critical too. So sometimes it's important for when you're doing sponsor changes and stuff like that. And we won't go into that. That's more of an advanced conversation, but a lot of people have asked me. They don't even know who their upline is. So so go through and poke around in all these different areas. I think it's really fun. You're not going to break the website. Some people feel like it's, you know, really difficult to navigate. And I'm like, just click on stuff. You're not going to break things. I also wanted to show you this team app where to find forms. And I found that it seems like with the new market with India, they are changing where those forms are from time to time. And it's really critical, I believe, to make sure you download the Stack Team app. It's for your phone, it's for your desktop. I love it. And then you just search for the India market icon. And when you, and then you have to be approved. So if it's the first time going there, you fill out the form that shows up there and you give them your ID number, and then they will check to make sure you're a doTERRA advocate for that market, and they will approve you. And then once you get that all approved, then you have all the access to all the PowerPoints, not all the PowerPoints, the training PowerPoints, the training call recordings. You get the product information pages in English and Hindi. I mean, you guys, there's so much amazing information on here. There's the price list, the compensation plan, the share guide, the all the stuff that you're going to have, all the stuff you need. So I feel that this is the best place to look for these forms because they update them when there's a change or new products in the market and stuff like that. So really critical that you share all of your people these details that are wanting to build the business and make sure that they get on this team app. You can also, if I believe, if you click on something, see, I think that might download. Let me go back to the update one. I'll go back home. You can actually email and talk to them about different stuff in here too. So I thought that was pretty cool if you wanted to go through, and they do respond. So it's kind of another way to ask questions about particular forms and stuff like that too. So any questions, you guys? I think that we're about done for today. I just wanted to do a quick little run through on all of that.
One question was that came from Yvonne. She just said, I'm going to be traveling to Holland. Is the enrollment process and everything just the same? Yes, it is. You just can go into your back office, go to that enrollment page. Or you can even just go to doTERRA.com and go to, instead of logging in, you can say create a new account. The only difference is you're just going to choose whatever country you're in. So Yvonne would choose Holland, and then, if they speak German or whatever, she would choose the language, and then it will put her right into the right market to enroll that person. So that's the beauty of your back office, is you can enroll anybody in the world right from your back office.
I think you should be able to click on it. See, it's different on this site. Matt, do you guys
yeah, let me show you guys an extra tool that will support with that. Because when I'm signing up someone from a different country, I like to use this website. It's labs.doterra.com. And if you come in here to this link generator on labs.doterra.com,
Yeah.
right here, then you can plug in your ID number and you can choose any country. So you could choose Europe, for example, and then you can change the language if you want, and then have it be an enrollment link, generate the link. And then that is your link specifically for Europe. So someone, when they click that link, they're going to see the Europe kits and it will automatically connect it to your ID. So this is a great little link generator tool for you to create easy links for people to navigate through when they live in a different country.
Nice.
It's pretty cool
Nice.
too, because it can show you the different products that are available in the different markets too. So that's funny. Thanks, Matt, for showing that. I was going to show it and I thought, oh, I'm running out of time. And then so yeah, very good.
Thank you,
Cool.
everybody, so much. That was really great.
Yeah. I just want to, encourage you guys. We're at the last, few hours of the last day of the month. And I always just like to give a final reminder around this time of the month that miracles happen for those who work until the last minute. Sometimes we think, oh, I'll just throw in the towel and I'll start working for next month. I've learned that the more you focus on bringing people into doTERRA the very fastest possible, the more success you're going to see. So if you're running for a goal, if you're running for your first level power of 3, if you're running to hit manager, director, executive, elite, premier, whatever it may be, we want you to know that we're cheering for you and we're so excited for everything that's happening. And close out the month strong, and we're going to have an amazing June.
Yeah.
So regarding
So-
that question with Dubai, I can go ahead and answer that. If you sign somebody up in Dubai, you have to pay for the shipping from India to Dubai and deal with all the shipping costs and customs issues and things like that. And so they're not open yet. So the product center would have to be from India. India will not ship directly to them. You have to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
We are just a few months away from Dubai opening.
So excited. Talk to your upline leader about that. I actually, have a few people in Dubai that are doing that. So anyway, thanks everybody for joining so much. It's wonderful to see you all here.
Hey, have an amazing evening. See you guys. Bye for now.
Thank you.